In this video, we're going to show you a quick fan mod with a Behringer NX3000 amplifier. We're going to look at the noise floor in the room with the amplifier with the stock fan in place, and then we're going to switch it to this Noctua NF-A8 FLX fan, and we'll re-measure the SPL. So in room, it's below 30 dB. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the amplifier with the stock fan. We're going to get a reading on this. So you can see it's in the mid 50 dB range on dBA. Six screws on the top panel. That lifts off. This side has a little bit longer area to the screws, so you'll know that's the front. Inside, this is where the fan is, and there's a fan shroud, so we'll pull that off. You see what that looks like underneath there. It's just adhesive on, like a sticky tape, if you will. It may be stuck until I get that unscrewed, so let's take a look at that. There are just 4 screws holding the fan on. Now this should just lift out at this point, and it does. You can see that there's just a sticky tape on that shroud. Put that over there for now. And then right here, I'm going to try to get in to show you with the camera. Right here, the little fan header is glued in, like hot glued in right there. See if I can get it on camera very well. We're just going to lift that off. And if you are curious, the red wire is on the inside for that fan. So we'll have to keep in mind as we pull this off. This should be nothing more than just pulling on it, and it should just pop off the whole connector piece, ideally. And it didn't, so I'll get a pliers and remove that connector piece. We don't want that little header on there because the Noctua fan doesn't need that to fit tightly. I'm going to try to pull that little guy out of there. So what we're going to try to pull out, if you can see, is this guy right here. So right to the left of that capacitor. Try to come from the top down and show you. Right here. This thing I'm going to try to pull out. I'll get a different tool and try to pry it up. I got a little flathead blade. Try to come in from the bottom and lift it up instead. Yep, that's going to work. Got it out. Here it is. This is the stats on the stock fan. Jamicon, dual ball bearing, 12 volt, 0.37 amp. Again, we're putting into it Noctua NF-A8 FLX fan. Stats on this one: DC 12 volt, 2000 RPM, 0.84 watts, 0.07 amps. Told you the red was on the inside. Okay, that's on there good. So let me see if I can zoom in and show you. Okay, now we're going to power this on, make sure it works before I hook everything up. It should be facing this way. The fans will blow towards the sticker, and you want the air going from back to front according to Behringer's wiring, their stock wiring schematic. So I'll go ahead and turn that on. You can see the fan spins up. You can already tell there's no noise there. So I'm going to go ahead and wire this up, and then we'll measure it again with the SPL meter. So put this in place. You can see these little anti-vibration, anti-noise rubber grommets, if you will, on the sides of the fan. Just slides right in there real nicely. We'll put this in here on the top, the fan shroud that helps direct the air over the heatsink. Just like that. Kind of make sure that fan's back good. Have this here so I can see a little bit. Okay, that's lined up nicely. Okay, there's that. And then this should be on the other side of the capacitor, just like that. So that's in there real good. Make sure there's no play in the fan. Yeah, it's not moving at all. It's really solid in there, which is what we want. I just didn't want it to be able to like teeter or wobble or anything. Okay, so now we're coming back to our top. And again, the side that has a little bit more metal goes towards the front. So it's this way, since I've reversed the amp. It only took about 10 minutes probably to get that done. And now we're going to have, put that in a little bit more. Now we're going to have a nice quiet setup. So let me plug it back in, and we'll do our same test that we started the video with. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn it on, and we'll see how much it changes. Much quieter. Even right next to the amplifier face, it's only about 40 dB instead of mid 60s. So quite a bit quieter. In room here, it's much quieter. It's a good modification. Of note, the entire rack of NX6000s is not nearly as loud as a single NX3000. For whatever reason, my NX3000 and NX3000D had much louder stock fans than the NX6000. Now, this is an entire set of 6 amps, and it's not even as loud as a single NX3000 was to start. Here you can see this entire amp rack is at mid 40s. High 40s. And when I close the door, now it's at mid 30s. And if I'm back at my main seat, I'm back at below 30. So yeah, very happy with this mod. It'll make this NX3000 blend in where it just makes very little noise.